Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Got my Arrma Kraton XL out here today. Made a few changes. I'm no longer running the Proline Badlands MX 38s. Those didn't work out too well for me, unfortunately. I had them on, but I broke a dog bone pin and my rear input gear shredded, but I think that was due to the bearing failing. So I'm not too sure, but I didn't want to take any chances, so I'm going back to these back flips and we're going to see how it does. Again, this is on a Max 6 G2 combo, 1650 kV, so it'll be my first time running it on these tires. So let's see how it does. Punch setting is at 7. These are a new set of back flip tires. Oh yeah. Again, this is Max 6 G2, 1650 kV, 20-tooth pinion. Woo! Also, the rear diff, I swapped out to a ADU Racing housing with Vitavon gears. Also changed the BEC setting to 8.4 volts. Oh yeah, rips. So these are a new set of backflip tires. I'm still breaking them in. Nice. Can I do a standing backflip? Whoops. Can almost do it, but it seems like the chassis is a little too long, so I'm going to stop that before I break another diff or something. Whoa. This thing feels awesome. I'm going to leave the standing back flips for the stock chassis Kraton. So I'm not going to do that again. I don't think, it's not meant for it, so. Woo! Wow. I'm not sure if the camera shows it yet, but it is quick. Camera might not do it justice, but it's quick. Just half throttle there. Jumps smooth. Oof. That landed on the wing. All is good. Servo feels great. Ooh. Oh. That was a pretty bad landing. All looks good. She feels good. Let's try some jumps. Alright guys, I'm back here at the usual spot. Gonna do some jumps and see how it does. I've never jumped it with the Max 6 combo yet, so let's take it easy. Start off small. Let's go. Ooh. Now I'm thinking it might be too rear weight biased because it likes to go back heavy. Or not. So the difference between the Kraton XL and my Italian V3 is that the V3 Italian doesn't need a lot of correction in the air, whereas this one you have to be a lot more careful with your throttle inputs. Ooh. Interesting. Max 6 is a bit heavier. Let's try a backflip. Ooh. Body came off. Check the connectors while we're in here. I really don't like these IC5 connectors. I prefer XT90. Never had one of those pop up. These jumps they're so hard on the trucks. Woo! Body came off again. Oh yeah, this body is close to done. But I do have 2 other bodies to use with this, so I'll be okay. Ooh. Okay, connector came off there. These are very hard landings. All right, let me come back to you in a minute. All right guys, quick damage report here. Nothing major, but I've been having trouble with the center brace here, and what I can see, so right now it's bent downwards, but it's not because the brace is an issue. It needs additional support in the middle, so I need to look for that split tower brace that the new Italian V3 has. And the problem I'm having is that this mounting system mounts onto here, so when the truck lands upside down or rolls over, it's pushing down and crushing or bending this center brace. So I gotta find a better solution for that. Might have to order the ADU mount, ADU center brace for the Mojave 6S, or figure out how to make this stronger. But I'll be bending this back into place, but other than that we can continue to go. So oh, bad driving. Yeah, the Italian is definitely better in the air. Not too bad, but have to be, I say, a little more experienced. Handles beautifully though. Woo. This shit is hard on RC cars. All right, now that I know how I can jump, just gonna take it easy and go back over there. So until then, we'll see you next time. All right guys, so this is my after run video of the Kraton XL. Just a few things to go over. First off, tires. These, again, these are the D-boot backflips. These are brand new, first run on them. And I guess I'll be sticking to these instead of the Proline Badlands. The MX-38s, since I've put them on, I've had a few issues. I don't know if that's a coincidence between you know, installing the Max 6 G2 with more torque, or a combination of both. You know, heavier tires, belted tires. They are also wider than the backflip, so I don't know if that lateral grip, you know, broke the drive pin on the dog bone. And for the input gear bearing in the back over here on the inner case, that could have been a coincidence, but that shattered yesterday. And yeah, but luckily, you know, the rear diff survived. The plastic housing I had in there with the 3-star method held up amazing. I only swapped it out for the ADU casing with Vidovon gears is because when the bearing went in the rear, it you know, it ruined the teeth on the input gears. So I decided, you know what, let's just swap it out. I had the Vidovon case, I'm sorry, I had the ADU racing with Vidovon gears set aside anyways for situations like this, so I slapped it on. And you know, it only makes sense with the Max 6 G2 combo that it should go in this rig. And another recap is, you know, I did bend my center brace here, so I'm gonna have to find a different solution for that. It's I don't think it's the brace's fault, it's just the way that the body is mounted onto the center brace. So maybe I might have to remove the support in the body itself so that it's not pushing down on the center brace on bad landings. So I think I have a way to fix that. I'm just gonna do some trial and error and see. But other than that, I mean, you know, this is basically like my own custom rig, so there's a lot of, not a lot, but there's, you know, some stuff you got to work out. It's all trial and error, and that's kind of the fun of the hobby here. So yeah, I'm really happy with the motor and ESC. Servo's doing great. I have the BEC set at 8.4 volts, and yeah, very smooth, very strong. And then to compare it with Italian, I'd say if you want to do big air jumps like the one I just did, I don't know if you consider that big, but the Italian is better for jumping. It sails through the air a lot better. You don't need to do as much correction as you do with this. I may also put the battery back forward. I don't know if, you know, that makes it, that probably does make it more rear heavy. So I'm gonna play around with it, we're gonna see, but that's the fun of the game. So with that being said, one last thing, this body is pretty much done, but again, this is my basher body. I do have 2 other ones, so probably time to swap it out. And other than that, from that one bash, I didn't break anything, just the center brace. So overall, I'm pretty happy. And yeah, that's all I got. So until then, I'll see you guys next time, and have a good day.